to the school for the deaf and blind may never get to the classrooms.
That word today from Superintendent Kathy Cox. She won the $1 million prize on Fox's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? But tonight, that money is in limbo. Fox 5's Chris Shaw is here now with details. Chris?
Yeah, Cox won big on the game show in August, and shortly after the episode aired, she told us she was giving the money away to 3 schools. But in November, Cox and her husband filed for bankruptcy. Now her creditors are wondering if they, and not the kids, can get the money. No matter how hard these Atlanta area School for the Deaf students are worked during basketball practice, their school leaders are probably sweating a little more right now.
We had such high hopes for using the money in a productive way for our students.
But the money this school was counting on, the money State Superintendent Kathy Cox won on Fox's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, is in limbo. Because of her bankruptcy, creditors now say they may have a right to the money.
But that was enough to be the longest reigning.
But the money this school was counting on, the money State Superintendent Kathy Cox won on Fox's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, is in limbo. Because of her bankruptcy, creditors now say they may have a right to the money, but only if Cox decided to donate it after she won. In a written statement, Cox said it was always her intention to give the winnings from her appearance to the 3 state schools for the deaf and blind. And the school backs that up. Leaders say they and the students were told before Cox went on the show that she would be playing for them. That's why they were so excited she won so big.
It's definitely a little heartbreaking to know that now there's a big question mark about how or when we're going to get this money.
Parents at this school say their children were thrilled the money was going to be spent on uniforms for the basketball and track teams and on DVD players for the buses.
Our students come from over 30 counties, and so they're driving long distances during the morning and afternoons, and so we wanted to put DVD players so they could watch instructional videos and just sort of relax during those long rides home.
Fox deposited the prize into a trust fund Cox set up, but when creditors came calling, instead of going to the schools, the bank managing the fund sent the money back to Fox to avoid a legal fight, and that's where the money is staying for now.
Have you given any thought yet of how you're going to address this complication with the children?
No, I haven't, and I will hopefully be able to tell them that to keep their fingers crossed, that it hasn't been decided, and that we could still get the funding.
According to a lawyer for the creditors, the bottom line here is, when did Kathy Cox decide to donate her winnings? If it was before she went on the show, then the schools will likely get the money. But if it was after the show, when she knew she might file for bankruptcy, well, then the creditors could go after it.
Well, Chris, are there any deadlines that might speed up a final decision in this case?
No deadlines, but the attorney for the creditor tells me in the next couple of weeks they will decide. They will look at some paperwork as far as when these decisions were made, and in the next couple of weeks they will decide exactly where to go from here.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. And now to a Fox 5 exclusive. Atlanta public safety officials issue a new warning about the